And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that said, doing the job, I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful places, the gorgeous ocean, the Mediterranean,
look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Where? Right there, see him? He's laying down, see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And Scott, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look. There he is.
Easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people. Criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here.
Right on the roof.
It's much tougher than it happens.
You went right on the roof, big guy.
Take a look at what happened.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the key events in chronological order that led up to the almost assassination of Donald Trump. I'm not going to go in depth into the intricacies of everything that happened in regards to the 13th of July, but we're just going to have an overview of everything we know. Then I'm going to come with my points on what I think and how I think this has happened and how the left, I believe, has stoked up tensions and how Gen Z are so entitled that when they don't like your point of view, they just want to take you out. They want to eradicate you. They don't want to come to the table with any kind of dialogue. No dialogue. If you mess up my pronouns, I'm going to report you. You need to be cancelled. If my teacher doesn't give me good grades, my teacher needs to be gone. If I don't like the dialogue and policies of the next potential US president, then I feel entitled to take control of the situation with my own hands. Can you imagine how entitled Gen Z are? 20-year-old guy doesn't like some politics and he wants to act on that. That's crazy. But anyway, guys, let's look at the overview right now. And then I'm going to talk about all of that right after. So 13th of July, 2024, Trump is attending a rally near Butler, Pennsylvania. As he's talking to the people in Pennsylvania, he later goes on to illustrate a chart that shows illegal immigration and how it's a problem for the American citizens. Little did he know, well, alongside Secret Services for that matter, that less than 150 meters away, a man by the name of Thomas Matthew Crooks was climbing a building ready to take out former and potential next US president, Donald Trump. Then, according to various news outlets, it's believed he fired 8 times from the roof with his AR-15 style rifle. As the barrage of bullets are raining down, Donald Trump is grazed on his right ear as it slices past his right ear, cutting it. After he fires all these rounds, there's a slight pause. Then shots were returned by the Secret Service sniper team, whereby the gunman, Thomas Matthew Crooks, was taken out. And then he is sheltered and taken to the grounds by Secret Service agents, whilst more potential harm is being scanned for. After no additional danger is noted, he then rises up, and before they take him away in the motorcade, he says, wait. And then he puts his fist up and he's like, fight. And then he's taken, that's some gangster stuff, honestly. And then he's taken away in the motorcade to a nearest hospital. Deaths and injuries, as of me recording this video on the 15th of July, 2024, are 2 passed, which was the gunman and a 50-year-old man that was attending the Trump rally, and 3 were injured, including Donald Trump. This doesn't sit right with a lot of people because a lot of people noticed him climbing up the building and getting into position, and they were trying to flag people down that were meant to be securing the event, but it seemed like no one paid anyone attention until the shots rang out.
Doing the job, I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful places, the gorgeous ocean, the Mediterranean.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down, see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And Scott, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look. There he is.
Easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people. Criminals. We have criminals.
He's
We
on
have
the roof. He's
drug
right here.
dealers. We have people that
Right
should
here,
not be here.
right on the roof.
It's much
He's
tougher
standing
than
up now.
it happened.
You went right on the roof, big guy.
But what makes this even more crazy is shots are returned a few seconds later. So clearly, those snipers that are on the building behind Trump clearly have their eye somewhere around the suspect if you're going to return fire a few seconds later. If you generally didn't know, then it would take you more than 10, 20 seconds to say, okay, where's it coming from? What's going on? But the fact that your scope was around that area, but you never pulled the trigger and you allowed shots to come, 8 shots to first get fired towards where the rally was before you return, have led a lot of people to think, yeah, this just doesn't sit right. And was this an inside job?
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
We already see a month ago that they tried to assassinate the Prime Minister of Slovakia, whereby his close protection guard seemed a little bit off. You know, how can shots just get fired? You know, his life is saved by God, the Slovakian Prime Minister, because the guy was literally just a few footsteps away, squeezing rounds at him, and eventually his close protection special forces unit, whatever you want to call them, managed to get the guy, who was a retired security officer. In addition, as I'm doing my research, I see a comment that's under one of my posts that I posted yesterday saying that this is unacceptable. And someone says, did you see that he was in that ad with BlackRock? So I had a look, and the suspect that, you know, attempted to take out Donald J. Trump is on that video. And that's very troubling and worrying, because BlackRock is an investment conglomerate that has a piece of every pie as it pertains to finance and assets globally. Now, just to give my thoughts, because I want to evaluate this whole situation. And number one, I'm going to do another video to talk about the delayed response of the Secret Service unit. But I want to talk more about Gen Z, because it's just that entitlement that, you know, I can't stand. And every time, you know, you go on YouTube or you see debates, it's always like Charlie Kirk talking to like a very woke, you know, extreme far lefty on a university or college campus. You always see these kind of, you know, conversations. And one thing that I've noticed on the left is entitlement. They feel entitled to everything. If they don't agree with you, then they don't want you here. And that's not how the world works. The world works off of dialogue. It works off of disagreements, coming together, trying to find the best solution, and not trying to take people out because they say things you don't like or you don't agree with their policy or their vision for whatever reason. You know, but when it comes to Gen Z, they don't have this installed in them. They don't have this kind of respect for society and lives of others. You know, they want their way all the time. I remember a quote. It says, when we were in school, meaning like the old generation born in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, we'd go to school, get in trouble at school, then go home, tell our parents will say, you better make that teacher like you, and even write an apology for the teacher. You'll go back the next day trying to be best buddies with the teacher. And the reason behind that was that in life, you're not going to agree with everyone. Not everyone's going to like you, but it's important that you get along with people. That's the way the world works. You don't need to agree with them, but you need to find a way to live together for global peace and harmony. But when it comes to Gen Z, it's not that. You know, they go school, get in trouble or whatever the case may be, go home, tell their parents follow them to school the next day and say, why have you been so bad on my son or daughter? I want you fired. You shouldn't be working here because you were mean to my son or daughter. And then, you know, the institution gets involved and they're like, hang on, we're sorry about this, miss. We're sorry about this, sir. We're going to investigate the teacher. Then the teacher gets sacked and the kid gets his or her way. And this isn't the way the world works. You know, I believe Gen Z are being raised off of supreme entitlement. And this is becoming a danger to society because now, as you can see, a Gen Z guy that didn't agree with whatever Trump's politics was, we don't know the motive of it yet, so I'm not going to talk too soon, but felt that he wanted to take matters into his own hands and take out the potential next US president, which could have potentially led America to serious problems had that bullet done more damage than it did and actually went through the head of Donald J. Trump. So, You know, we thank God that didn't happen, because the news right now and the chaos in America right now would be very different from how we see it, I'm telling you. And that's all because of an entitled little boy that couldn't control his emotions and wanted to take the matter into his own hands. In addition, media, stop stoking up tension. You know, when you told the young generation that he's a criminal, he's going to rule us for another 4 years, what are we going to do? We need to get him out. He has 38 counts against him. He's a convicted felon. Oh my gosh, he's going to destroy and crash the US economy. Oh my days, China are going to be a global sensation under a Donald Trump presidency. When you fearmonger like this, then you make people panic. And unfortunately, Gen Z that can't control their emotions will start to act on it. So yeah, very dangerous times, and not dangerous because of, yes, semi-politics, you know, how polarized America is, literally on the right and on the left is super polarized, which is very dangerous. But then you have some youngsters that cannot control their emotion. Gen Z, entitled, spoiled brats that can't control their emotions. I want to take the law into their own hands because they disagree with someone's politics. Can you imagine that? But that just shows how much society have validated Gen Z. I'm going to validate everything you're thinking. I'm validating it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to keep my eyes out for more coming out from this unfortunate incident. I'm going to be reporting on this. I'm going to be doing a lot of hours of just research, looking at different things. And I'm just going to let you know what I think. Definitely comment underneath this video if there's anything I've left out or you want to add. Comment underneath the video. And yeah, I'll try and read all responses. So yeah, guys. But anyway, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.